Good morning and welcome to today's webcast, Elevate Your Financial Reporting Process. Before we get started, I'm going to play a brief housekeeping video.
Welcome and thanks for joining us. Our webcasts are designed to help elevate your business performance. Transform your future for the better with advisory solutions tailored to your vision and supported by our collective technical resources. Our presentation will start in a few moments. Before we begin, here are a few things to keep in mind. You can customize how you both view our presentation and interact with the presenter. For better viewing, close all other applications and turn up your speaker volume. You can also adjust window size and placement or enter full screen mode using the controls at the top of the window or dragging the bottom right-hand corner to resize. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a series of icons, each relating to a different aspect of our session. You can download the group attendance sheet and a PDF copy of today's slides from the slide deck and handouts widget. You can ask our presenter questions during the webcast by typing a question in the Q&A window and clicking Submit. We'll do our best to answer all questions during the presentation or follow up via email. If you experience technical difficulty during today's presentation, refresh your browser by hitting the F5 key. As a reminder, the presentation you're about to see is not legal, investment, or accounting advice. We encourage you to seek the counsel of a professional service provider to apply this content to your specific circumstances.
And before we get started, I wanted to share our big news that Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to redefine accounting, tax, and advisory services for the middle market. It's really exciting, and you could read more about it on our website via the link in the slide deck and handouts widget. I'm pleased to introduce today's presenters, Kristi Armijo, Senior Manager, and Brian Favorat, Senior Manager. Kristi manages cloud-based corporate performance management and business intelligence platforms. She implements CPM solutions that enable businesses to gain enhanced analytics and business insights by streamlining financial planning and analysis processes, automating data collection and consolidation, and providing real-time visibility into key performance metrics. Brian has experience selecting, maintaining, and deploying financial system solutions and provides management consulting services to public, private, and not-for-profit clients. He implements corporate performance management solutions that allow for enhanced analytics and business insights. And with that, Kristi, I'll turn it over to you to get us started.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Here's the topic at hand. We'll be discussing how to elevate your financial reporting process. And over the next 30 minutes, we'll explore how you can transform your financial reporting to be faster, more accurate, and more collaborative. As many of you know, there are so many challenges when you face financial reporting. So I'd love to kick it off with a quick poll. What are your biggest challenge with your current financial reporting process? Is it data accuracy? Or maybe it's a format layout of your reports? Are you experiencing performance issues like slow report generation? Or perhaps it's just a lack of resources or tools? Honestly, for most of us, it's probably a combination of all of these and then some. So Brian, what are you seeing in the marketplace?
Hi, Kristi, as we wait for our responses, I want to take a moment to acknowledge a common challenge many organizations face with their financial reporting process, whether it's ensuring the accuracy of the data, managing the formatting, layout of reports, dealing with slow performance, or simply finding enough time to complete everything. These issues can create significant bottlenecks. These challenges not only slow down the reporting cycle, but also impact the confidence that stakeholders have in the numbers they rely on. When reports take too long to prepare, they require constant manual adjustment, takes valuable time away that could be spent on analysis and strategic decision-making. Just want you to, if everybody could share their thoughts, your input will help guide our discussion as we address these issues.
Oh, go ahead.
Good.
Oops, sorry about that. So looks like time and formatting and layout adjustments are some of the biggest obstacles we're seeing out there. So as you can see that you're not alone in this whole process. And so many finance teams face significant hurdles with traditional financial reporting process, including board reporting, month-end reporting, and management reporting. These challenges often stem from a manual consolidation, which is not only time-consuming, but it's also prone to errors, and unfortunately, they can compromise the accuracy and reliability of reports. Let's face it, tackling these reporting challenges can sometimes feel like deja vu. Organizations are shifting on how they approach reporting by focusing on automating and consolidating data. This means fewer errors and way more time to actually think about the data instead of wrestling with the spreadsheets. Imagine having dynamic real-time reports, interactive dashboards that deliver instant insights. So there's no more late night spinning, consolidating, validating data sources. And when you are able to add scenario modeling and what if analysis, you start to gain the power not only just to report on actuals, but to compare against a budget or a forecast. These improvements don't just boost collaboration with the team, but it really empowers the team to be proactive instead of just putting out fires. Implementing these best practices leads to faster report generation. It improves accuracy and stronger data integrity. It also enhances collaboration across the teams and drives greater business agility, enabling organizations to respond to the changing market conditions. All right, so we are going to go ahead and do another poll, which did that kick off properly, Brian, on your end? Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, that's there.
Perfect. Which feature would most improve your financial reporting? Is it automated data consolidation, so you're not kind of living in the spreadsheet chaos of where team members, you might send it out, they change your formulas or formatting, then you're starting to think about consolidating those spreadsheets. Are you having trouble getting real-time data, either in dashboards or reporting where you can actually start analyzing that data? Are you having trouble getting some customization within your reports? And a couple other ones is, are you striving to be able to not only report on actuals, but being able to have scenario modeling and what if analysis? All right, so it looks like we have some coming in here. And the last one is, are you looking for some solutions that enable collaboration across the team? All right, as we kind of come in here on the last final respondents. So when we're looking at this, it actually is pretty evenly spread across on it, but really looking at getting some access to real-time reporting and dashboards, having some automation within your system, as well as being able to do some scenario and what if analysis are kind of leading the top of these. So when we start to think about data automation and reporting, you start to have the capability to have side-by-side comparison. What is the trend? What did we expect? And what is actually happening now? Consider an isolated number, such as project spend. On its own, it might not be very telling because it really lacks context. However, what if you could start to compare them to actuals, to a budget or a forecast? Suddenly, being able to have this comparison, you start adding a lot of significant meaning, which in turn aids in your decision making. Imagine having an automated system that consolidates all necessary information, including original plans, expected outcomes, into one place, enabling you to have a more robust reporting that doesn't just take days to compile. This will allow you to make more informed decisions in a timely manner. This brings us down to that startling statistic in the bottom of the page, where 64% of annual budgets become outdated within 4 to maybe 6 months. Think about all the effort that goes into developing these plans, maintaining the spreadsheets, coordinating with budget managers, and then consolidating to generate your monthly or management reports. Much of this effort becomes obsolete in just such a short amount of time, and it limits your ability to get accurate reporting in a timely manner. If you are in a centralized system where updates are straightforward, you're not left waiting for information. This leads to the budget being able to be locked down and actively managed, enabling you to make decisions and discuss real-time occurrences. Reporting becomes more dynamic and reflects the current state of affairs. Staying ahead of this 40% is what I mean to be agile within your business. One of the key aspects of our work involves implementing Workday Adaptive Planning. Adaptive Planning is a solution designed for business users to easily own and operate their planning and forecasting processes without extensive technical skills or IT oversight. It focuses on empowering business users and enabling them to engage in the planning, conduct what-if scenario planning, perform actual to budget reporting alongside with summarizing key results. Now I'll pass it over to Brian for a demo of Adaptive.
All right. Everybody bear with me here one moment. Always takes a moment here to share my screen. And Kristi, let me just know if that's coming up now.
All right. I see.
Oh, perfect.
I see it now.
Okay. All right. Let's begin by looking at the executive summary dashboard. This is kind of a high-level information that CFOs, VPs of finance, and other finance leaders rely on to get quick, comprehensive view of the company's financial health. As you can see here, we have KPI metrics laid out with actuals, budget, and forecast figures side by side. This unified view eliminates the need to toggle between multiple systems or spreadsheets, saving valuable time and reducing the risk of errors. Variances are automatically calculated and formatted. It can be used to highlight areas that require attention. For instance, we see here that the operating expenses are running higher than the budget. The visual cue helps finance teams focus their analysis on what matters most. Another key feature is the ability to drill down directly from the summary into more detailed reports. For instance, if I wanted to understand what's driving the variance in the operating expenses, I can click into some of the figures here. So I'm just going to walk through a quick example. We could click on this. There's a whole slew of different objects or segments that we could drill into. Here I'm going to click into department. So self-serving, being able to have this dashboard here, we can answer our questions just by drilling down into the area of interest. All right. At the top, we have key performance indicators, revenue, gross margin, EBITDA, all updated in real time as actuals come in and forecasts are refreshed. This ensures that leadership always has the latest information at their fingertips for decision making. What's powerful about adaptive planning is that the dashboard is not static. If we update our assumptions or input new forecast data, these figures and variances update instantly across the entire report. Real-time insights enables finance teams to run multiple scenarios quickly and confidently communicate the financial outlook. Finally, the dashboard can be customized to fit your company, unique metrics and reporting preferences, and it can be shared easily with stakeholders across the organization, ensuring everyone is aligned on the financial story. So some additional examples here, you might have a summary, a budget, finance top line, some target versus actuals, target versus plan. I'm just going to highlight another area over here, various KPIs. Again, all can be customized to your organization. All right, let's pivot over to a more tabular type report and explore the financial snapshot report. It's a comprehensive consolidated view that brings together the income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, and key financial KPIs in one place. This type of report is invaluable for financial leaders who need a holistic understanding of the company's financial position at a glance. Instead of piecing together information from multiple systems or reports, you can get a unified real-time picture that supports faster and more informed decision-making. Starting at the top, we have the income statement showing actuals, budget, and forecast figures side by side. This lets you quickly assess profitability trends and identify the variances that may require attention. Directly below, the balance sheet section provides insights into the company's financial health, assets, liabilities, and equity, helping you to monitor liquidity, solvency, capital structure. Having this alongside the income statement helps connect operational results to the financial position. Next, you have the cash flow section. This highlights the inflows, outflows, which is critical for managing working capital and ensuring that the business has the liquidity to meet its obligations. By seeing cash flow in context with the income and balance sheet data, you gain a clear understanding of how operational performance translates into cash generation. Finally, the report includes key financial KPIs such as cash ratio, current ratio, debt ratio, revenue per employee, cost per employee, etc. These metrics provide quick benchmarks to track performance against targets in your industry and standards. What makes this report especially powerful in Workday Adaptive Planning is that all of the financial statements and KPIs update dynamically as actuals are posted and forecasts are revised. This means that your leadership team always has access to the latest and most accurate financial snapshot without waiting for month-end close or manual consolidation. Additionally, this report can be customized to reflect your organization's unique metrics and reporting cadence. It can be shared easily with stakeholders across the finance, operations, and executive teams, fostering alignment and transparency. In short, the financial snapshot report and EPM solution like adaptive planning transforms complex financial data into clear, actionable insights, enabling finance leaders to monitor performance, manage risk, and drive strategic growth with confidence. All right, another report here. So let's take a closer look at operating expense variance analysis, a critical area where finance leaders can uncover insights that drive better cost management and operational efficiency. In many organizations, operating expenses represent a significant portion of the budget, and even small variances can have a big impact on profitability. However, traditional variance analysis often involves manual data gathering and reconciliation across multiple systems, which is time-consuming and prone to error. With the Workday Adaptive Planning, variance analysis becomes streamlined and much more insightful. Here you can see actual operating expenses compared directly against budget and forecast figures, with variances calculated automatically. What sets this apart is the ability to slice and dice these variances by multiple dimensions, such as department or cost center, project, region, all within the same report. Adaptive Planning allows finance teams to add commentary directly within the report. This means that when variance occurs, the responsible managers can provide explanations or action plans right here, creating a transparent audit trail and improving cross-team collaboration. Another powerful feature is the integration with driver-based planning. If an expense variance is linked to a change in headcount or supplier rates, you can trace that relationship and adjust your forecast accordingly, ensuring your financial plan remains accurate and dynamic. By automating variance calculations and enabling real-time analysis, adaptive planning frees up your finance team from manual tasks and empowers them to focus on what really matters, understanding the why behind the numbers and making strategic decisions to control costs and optimize performance. All right, now I'd like to show how Workday Adaptive Planning makes top-down strategic planning both intuitive and highly interactive through dashboards. At the heart of this dashboard are the key revenue expense drivers, the high-level assumptions that shape your strategic financial plan. Specifically here, we have drivers like product revenue growth, service revenue growth, maintenance revenue growth rate, COGS as a percentage of revenue, and operating expense as a percentage of revenue. What's really powerful about these drivers, they're fully adjustable right here on the dashboard. Let me demonstrate by increasing the product revenue growth rate from 2.7% to 3.7%. As soon as I make this change, notice all of the related charts and graphs update instantly. Product revenue projections increase accordingly, and you can see the impact flowing through margin metrics and the overall revenue. Similarly, adjusting the COGS as a percentage of revenue here reflects changes in the cost structure, and you'll see that gross margin charts update in real time. And finally, if I modify the operating expense as a percentage of revenue, the operating expense projections adjust instantly, providing immediate insight into how the expense management impacts the bottom line. This real-time responsiveness allows finance leaders and executives to quickly test different strategic scenarios and understand the financial implications without waiting for lengthy spreadsheet updates or IT involvement. Beyond just numbers, the visualizations here, including trend lines, variance charts, and KPI gauges, provide clear, actionable insights that help you communicate the story behind the strategy to stakeholders across the organization. Just going to show a couple additional tabs here. By enabling this level of interactivity and transparency, Workday Adaptive Planning helps to ensure your strategic plan is not only data-driven, but flexible and aligned with evolving business priorities. In short, the dashboard transforms top-down strategic planning from a static annual exercise into dynamic process that supports continuous strategy refinement and better decision-making. And for my last piece of the demonstration here, I'm not sure if that's coming up on the screen. So Kristi, are you still seeing the Workday dashboard?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing here for a moment. I'm going to share one more time. And Kristi, if you just let me know when that comes back up for you.
Perfect. Just one moment. All right, I do see that.
Awesome. All right, lastly, I want to show you a key feature that really sets Workday Adaptive Planning apart, Office Connect. As you can see here, I have a functional profit and loss report pulled directly from Adaptive Planning. What makes Office Connect so valuable is it seamlessly connects to your Adaptive Planning data with Microsoft Office applications like Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. This means that your work within a familiar environment of Excel, but with live up-to-date data from your adaptive planning model. For example, this P&L report you're seeing here is not static, it's dynamically linked. If any assumptions or forecasts are updated in adaptive planning, you can refresh this report with a single click, and your Excel file instantly reflects the latest numbers. This eliminates the need for manual data entry or error-prone copy pasting, saving time and reducing risk. Additionally, Office Connect allows you to build customized report presentations and board decks that pull directly from your planning data. So whether you're preparing monthly financial reviews, investor presentations, or operational reports, you can be confident that your numbers are accurate and consistent across all of your materials. In essence, Office Connect bridges the gap between powerful cloud-based planning and productivity tools that your teams already use daily. It streamlines reporting, enhances collaboration, and ensures everyone is working from a single source of truth. All right, so we're going to pivot back here seamlessly to our presentation. So we did our reporting demo. All right, so there's just a few more slides here I'd like to kind of talk through conceptually. So this is so automating for higher value activities. This is what we see with many organizations out there that are still perhaps developing their best practices. So for instance, on the left side there, that current state, they're spending a disproportionate amount of their time doing data operations, sort of the tactical stuff, right? Then they're spending another good portion of their time doing the reporting and implementing the controls and making sure all of that's working. And then they're spending the least amount of time, represented by that 20% up there, doing the actual business insights. Transitioning to a platform, a solution that allows you to automate much of this would allow you to sort of flip that pyramid on its head, where you're spending a lot less time doing the data operations and the reporting controls, and more of the time doing the business insights that provide, value to the organization. All right, embedding information in the business process. High-performing organizations understand that being data-driven is essential for making informed decisions and achieving strategic goals. First, we have the plan. This involves setting clear objectives and utilizing data to inform our planning processes. By analyzing historical trends and current data, we can create more accurate forecasts and strategic plans that align with our goals. This proactive approach allows us to anticipate challenges and seize opportunities. Next is perform. Once we have our plans in place, we need to execute them effectively. This means leveraging data to monitor performance against our objectives. By establishing key performance indicators and regularly reviewing our progress, we can make timely adjustments to ensure we stay on track. Third component is people. The data-driven culture requires that we empower our staff and stakeholders with the right tools and training. By fostering a culture of data literacy, we enable everyone in the organization to make informed decisions based on data insights. Engaging our people in this way not only enhances accountability, but also drives collaboration across departments. And then finally, we have communicate. Effective communication is vital for ensuring that data insights are shared across the organization. By creating transparent channels for sharing information, we can enhance collaboration, align efforts, and foster shared understanding of our goals. Regular updates and reports can keep everyone informed and engaged on strategic initiatives. I like often showing this little window here as a visual. Delivering information in the decision-making window adds significant business value. So what we often find with many of our clients is they are in the next month and they are often asking the question, what has happened, right? So as they're looking in the past, how did things go? What most organizations aspire to do is in the decision-making window, in the period, a better question to ask is what is happening? So why we still have time to make effect on the operations of the organization. Okay, empowering rolling forecasts. Let's explore the concept of rolling forecasts and their value in financial planning for most organizations and institutions. On this slide, we have two graphs, one representing traditional annual planning and the other illustrating a rolling forecast. First, let's look at the annual planning. This model typically culminates at the end of the budgeting year. While it provides a snapshot of our financial expectations at a specific point in time, it can quickly become outdated as circumstances change. This static approach often limits our ability to respond to new information, unexpected challenges, or emerging opportunities. In contrast, the rolling forecast graph demonstrates a more dynamic approach. Here you can see how the forecast continues to evolve over time, incorporating actual performance data as it becomes available. The waterfall effect illustrates how real-time data feeds into our projections, allowing us to adjust our forecast based off of the current information. By continuously integrating actual performance data and adjusting our projections, we can navigate change more effectively and position our organizations for long-term success. All right, so in conclusion, benefits of an enterprise performance management solution. It empowers rolling forecast capabilities, efficient budgeting, eliminate complexity, multiple spreadsheets, automate consolidation at multiple levels, easier to use management reporting tools, financial and operational metrics reported from a single system, and what-if analysis, being able to run those scenarios. So continuous engagement, I just usually like to leave this sentiment here. We often advocate for our clients and organizations that we interact with. We want to help them to be responsive, be adaptable, be collaborative, and be empowered, and be in control of their future. All right, and I will hand it back over to Emily.
All right. Thank you, Brian and Kristi, for a great presentation today. If you submitted questions, we'll do our best to follow up with you after the webcast. And here's a link to an online survey where you can provide feedback for today's presentation. Please take a moment to complete this survey, as your feedback is very important to us. Please also visit mossadams.com for future webcasts and other resources to help elevate your performance upward. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll join us again next time.